Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Just want to do a quick sound check. Can you guys hear me? And can you see the slide that says NFP Live Trade? Just want to make sure we are all good to go. All right, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so welcome to the NFP Live Trade. I want to be very, very clear. This is a live trade on a live account. Okay, so not a live trade on a demo. Okay, this is on a live trade, live account. My name is Russell Shaw. I'm the Senior Market Specialist at FXCM. And if you guys want to email me, rshaw@fxcm.com. Today is Friday, the 7th of May. I'm just obligated to put in the high risk investment warning and our commentaries disclaimer. I also want to be very clear that this is not advice at all. This is a live trade, and I could lose money. This is on my live account. So we will be trading euro US dollar, just to give you a heads up. I'll show you exactly every step of the way. You know, the next slide. Let's just bring this up. Market commentaries disclaimer, and no worries, Howard. No worries. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, Ray. As always, pleasure to have you on the webinar. Now, let's just take a look at the references. FXCM market scope 2.0. Okay, so that's where I'm going to be doing the trading. I don't have the US dollar on my live account. Okay, so I'm going to be using TradingView. So the reason I don't have the US dollar is because I'm a FXCM employee. So because the US dollar, which is a very good index, is a FXCM construct, I actually can't, I'm not allowed access to it. But I am going to be monitoring, this is the FXCM US dollar index. I'm going to be monitoring it potentially on TradingView. So just wanted to be clear about that. We'll just use Forex Factory for our information. You know, we don't need the we don't need timely information. I mean, we're not under the gun to trade as the numbers get released. So Forex Factory is going to be it's going to be fine. We've got the Canadian numbers and the US. We're going to ignore Canadian numbers, so we'll just look at the US numbers. US numbers are looking actually really good. I mean, well, the forecasts are looking excellent. We've got 6 minutes. I want to do something very, very quickly. I'm begging your pardon. I'm just going to run a poll now, and I'm going to run a poll at the end of the exercise. And this poll is just very simple. I just want to know, do you guys have a trading plan? Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, I'm distributing the poll. It's completely anonymous. I can't see who's answering yes. I can't see who's answering no. I can't see anything. I just want, and I'll tell you the numbers. And the reason that I'm putting up this poll is because we do webinars every day. We do at least 3 webinars a day. And it's just come to the point where I'm going to arrange for a intense course on a Friday to design trading plans. So we've got 82% voted. I'll just give you the results. 72% say they have a trading plan, 22% say they don't, and 6% say they trade on gut feel. And that's fine. You know, that's fine. At the end of the day, my personal belief is that I think a trading plan is absolutely vital. I just want to bring up my email address again. Okay, so if anybody needs to contact me, this is the email address. We are going to be doing a, and it's going to take a few weeks. I just want to, you know, it's not just I'm really going to put a real effort into this program. It's going to be on a Friday afternoon, so just be aware of that. All right, let me get rid of this. Okay, so you guys should see my screen again, and here's my email address. I beg your pardon. Okay, and let me put this away. All right, we've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go. Let's just run through very quickly how we do this. So the goal is to make money if we can, because that's not guaranteed. So measures of success. Measures of success. Okay, 20 pip profit will be a success, or 20 pip loss will be a success. And moving, trailing the stock will be a success. In other words, if we can trail the stock so that we, if it gets hit and we take a loss, it would be less than 20%, less than 20 pips. So trailing the stock will be a success if loss is less than 20 pips. Okay, that's how we're going to measure our success. Now, in terms of how we're going to trade, we're not going to put on a trade until after the announcement. After the announcement, we're going to wait to see either there's going to be an impulse move up or an impulse move down, one would assume. If there's an impulse move up, we're going to wait for the correction, and then we're going to try and get in on that. So we're going to try to trade this impulse up, or if the impulse is down, we're going to wait for this correction and then trade the next impulse down. So that's the idea. We will be using a stop loss. Stop loss will be set at 20 pips. I'm not going to put in a take profit. Yes, I will. I'll put in a take profit of 20 pips, and then we will manage it using the peaks and troughs. All right. Any questions? Please don't hesitate. Go ahead and type any questions. Any questions, please. If I can answer them, I will. If I can't, I'll try my best without sort of avoiding it. And then there was something else I wanted to say. We've got a minute. Let's just see. Okay, we've got the Euro-US dollar hourly on the left, Euro-US dollar minute on the right. That's how we're going to monitor. So that's the time frame, Indrid. Hour on the left, minute on this. We've got 10 seconds here. So so it would be a scalp. You know, it would generally be a scalp. Certainly looking. All right, let's see. Here we go. Whoa. Yo, there's the impulse. All right, there's the impulse. Okay, so the big move up. So US dollar getting hammered. Okay, US dollar getting hammered. Let's see if we can find it. What's going on? No trades yet. Oh my goodness! Whoa, these are bad numbers. 266,000 versus 1,000 that was expected. Gee, those are bad numbers. Let's see if we can get some figures here. Gee, those are bad numbers. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, we'll just wait for Forex Factory to do its thing here. In the meantime, I'll see if I can find any other information, but gee, these are bad numbers. Okay, we're still waiting for the input to come through. Just seeing if I can find any other information, guys. So far, no positions being put on this yet. 266,000 versus 266,000 versus effectively we wanted 4 times that at least. Okay, let's get these done again. Yeah, that was a big move, Howard. So far, all right. I'm just waiting for these numbers. Why are they taking so long? All right, let's see what's happening in the markets in the meantime. Gee, that's a big move. Okay, so we've got impulse, right? So the idea here is if there's any sort of correction, we're going to try and catch the correction. This has jumped all the way to R2. This is a massive move on the 1 hour. All right, just to give you an idea, take a look at the EMAs, angle separation, stochastic turning up. If it hits this 80 level, and it looks like it will, that's going to be a suggestion of a very strong underlying momentum. All right, let's take a look and see if I can get these numbers. Unemployment rate is down as well. And when I say down, I mean it's not down, it's down as in a miss. All right, these guys taking a bit of time here. We'll come back to this. We know they're bad numbers. I also am really keen to know what our average hourly earnings are. All right. Let's get some line studied in. Okay, I really like. So there's the impulse. Okay, let me just see if there's any questions. Howard's just asking, so what would all the pairs be moving against that? I would think that the US dollar is getting hammered across the board. We can take a look after. All right, it's hit R2 and it's putting back. So we just want to see if we can get in on some sort of pullback here. And I'm still trying to get Forex Factory to cooperate here, just to give us some numbers. All right, here's the US dollar index, Howard. So this is the FXCM US dollar index, and you can just this move is well, it's crazy how many pips we got here. 50 pip move. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. All right, these guys haven't updated. Let's go back to our chart. We want to get something on, right? All right. So here is here's our pullback. Okay, so we just want to try and see if we can get in here. Now we're going to use something called a pivot point reversal to get in. Okay, we're going to try and get in with what's called a pivot point reversal. Let me just show everybody what a pivot. So if you haven't been part of our webinars, this is what a pivot point reversal is. Okay, so we're kind of looking for something like that. Okay, so this candlestick here might be the middle, and then we're looking for something to close above it, and then we will try and get in on that. Okay. Don't hesitate if you need to put in questions. Go ahead and put in some questions. Yeah, Joachim, it's an absolute horrendous number. 266,000 versus I think expected 1 million, 4 times that. All right, so this looks like we're getting a pivot point here. Let's just give it another minute. This is a minute chart. All right. I just want to see. Here we go. All right, they've got it all worked out. Yeah, you can see that the. So it's very interesting. I tell you what throws me is that we've actually got some really good average hourly earnings that have come in. You know, so a little bit of wage inflation sneaking in there. But this is just a completely horrendous number. Now, this wage inflation makes 0 sense to me. Okay, I'm not sure why there is a pump up in the earnings if there's still slack in the economy. All right, let's go back to our. All right, so it looks like we're getting into it looks like we're getting in a pivot point reversal here. All right, we're going to put on something here. So we're live now. So the trade's on. The trade's on, and I'm going to just maximize the 1 minute window. So we're going to be working off of the 1 minute window now, or the 1 minute sort of frame. Let's move this down. Again, I want to encourage any questions. Please don't hesitate. Just go ahead and type those through. Gurdeep has noticed that there's an impact on non-US pairs as well, which is interesting. All right, so take a look here. We've got the pivot point reversal down here. There is our reference low. Here is condition 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and just track this now with our line studies. Now, something that we have added here is the stochastic. Now, because it's a minute chart, we need to be very clear. A 1 minute chart is a very erratic time frame. It's a hugely erratic time frame. We're so close to the tick that it's close to being random. Okay, it's close to being random. So the idea here is we'll just monitor it even though we're so close to the tick. As long as the stochastic stays above 80, there's going to be a pump upwards. Viren just asking, have we gone long or short? We've gone long here. So let me just. So Viren's asking. No, Viren. The reversal. Remember, we looked at a bullish reversal candle. Remember, we can use. So let me just be very clear. We were looking at a bullish reversal candle. So the pullback. Okay, the pullback down to the bullish reversal candle. Then we wanted to get in on the same side of the impulse. You got that? So so we try to time the entry in with the pullback, and the idea behind timing that entry is that I don't know how deep this is going to be. See, so if we had a deep pullback, we would have gone into the reversal over here. Now we write out our entry. We write out our entry. This is 20 pips below. It doesn't look 20 pips, looks a lot. I just want to make sure we're 20 pips down. Yeah, we are. All right, so we're very close to price action here. Now, the whole idea, remember, we are monitoring this trade, guys. Okay, we want first price would be a 20 pip profit. We've got a stop loss in. We can't lose it more than 20 pips. That's in. Okay, but we're going to try and trail. So we're trying to get risk out as quickly as possible. Okay, so here's the stop. Here's the stop. Okay, we can't lose more than 20 pips. Okay, so we're good. We're good. If we take a loss, it's a controlled loss. Okay. Yes, Redwan, that's exactly right. 20 pips. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Now we are in profit. Okay. Starting to move. Here's the take profit. And it's very, very odd. I tell you, the screen we're looking at is very, very odd. And why is it odd? Is because of this huge impulse. This was huge volatility here. the perspective, my perspective here of where we are relative to take profit and stop loss actually is off, because we usually don't have such a big impulse. I haven't seen this type of volatility for, I don't think we ever have, since we started doing these live trades. And you know, you used to get it back in the day, but the volatility has never been this this intense. But it's a bad number, right? A really bad number. And I think that the it's just throwing the it's throwing my perspective off here, because it looks like we're very, very narrow. Does a big initial move make it more likely that the follow through will also be strong? You know, given it, gee, that's a tough question. I would say yes, but we must understand that we are you know, there's no guarantees here. You know, so you can see as we're talking, it looks like there's some sort of reversal taking place. So there's no doubt about it that there has been a massive surprise here. The market has taken a big, I think a big look at the numbers and thought, oh my goodness, what's going on? And one would expect that that should ultimately push price northwards or northeast, right? But as you and I are speaking, you can see that it actually is coming back towards our stop loss. In other words, this may be viewed as an overreaction. If it's an overreaction, well then, why would it be an overreaction? And maybe the answer is because for some odd reason, wage inflation has slipped itself into the numbers. So that's quite odd. Does that answer your question there, Gertie? Now, I like the fact that we've got this pullback here, because if we can get past this peak over here, I'm going to start moving my stop loss up. So we're going to try and get risk. We're going to try and get risk out of this trade as quickly as possible. Okay, we're going to try and get risk out of this trade as quickly as possible. And if I go quiet, it's just because I'm just watching the price action. It's such a you know, non-farm payroll is usually very tough to trade in of itself, but when you've got an audience, the pressure's really on to perform. So if I go silent, I am here. Okay, take a look. Viren, you can see here is a potential reference candle, potential. Okay, you see that? There's the reference low. We're just waiting to see if we get, so we've got condition 2. We don't really have condition 3. So we need a condition 3 to see if we can get some sort of pickup here, which is a pity because it doesn't look like we're going to get it. So I'm not going to move the stop just yet. I think it would be premature. Okay, so the bull's now having another crack at taking out this reference candle. And what we can do is we can just carry on with our labeling here. Now, why I like doing this labeling is because it makes it quite clear. You've got here a higher trough. So you get trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak. This looks like it's going to be a higher trough. Now, if we don't get another higher peak, there's weakness starting to settle in. Again, I want to reiterate that we're on a minute chart. We're on a 1 minute chart, so we are very close to the tick, and that means it's the price action is very random. Okay, the peak and trough analysis is more useful on a higher time frame. Okay, so after this big impulse move, I think we've moved into a range here. Okay, so big volatility to the upside. Now we are range bound. Let's just keep an eye on that. Okay, so we haven't moved the stop loss yet. We're still 20 pips away from our entry. Still not getting the we're not getting the momentum to take out these peaks here, which is what I'm looking for to move that stop loss. In other words, what I'm saying is a movement above these peaks would validate the troughs over here. I'll move my stop loss just under those troughs. We're not getting that yet. It's just a thick band of price here, and it's acting as almost a resistance. Price battling to get above our entry. All right, now take a look at this, guys. I wanted to show you something. So we've kind of moved here, and I'm just assessing if this is a peak. Now, if this is a peak, this is a lower peak. So it's just a sign that we may be on the wrong side of the trade. So you can see trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak, higher trough, lower peak. See that? There's a lower peak coming in. Now, if there's a lower peak, it may come down. If we take out this trough here, then we actually got a downtrend. Again, to reiterate, the price on the 1 minute, very random. The peak and trough analysis, more useful on the higher time frame, but it's just it's a useful model to use in your trades. Okay, and again, I want to just encourage you, if there's any questions, please don't hesitate. Just go ahead and type those in. And I'm really just looking for price to take out this level here, and it's taking its time. Okay, you also just keep an eye on stochastic, and whilst we had a terrific impulse up, it pushed the stochastic completely into the upper quintile. You can see the stochastics now pushed down. So there has been a waning of the momentum. Okay, so we just wanted to cross back up and move into 80. As we have a quick look at the hourly chart, let's see what's happening on the hourly. So the hourly chart, gee, this is absolutely crazy. Take a look at that. Just in terms of the hourly chart, you know, the crossover here is something to keep an eye on. And you know, if a crossover, if it does crossover, it needs to stick. Okay, it needs to stick in the upper quintile. That's just a sign of the momentum. We've done some webinars on this, by the way. So the actual formula for stochastics, really, it's a well put together formula. If anybody needs that, just email me. Let's go back to the minute. What do I suggest for stop loss for indices? You know, Rodman, it's difficult for me to say. What I would be looking for effectively is a support or resistance level, sort of a significant support or resistance level, and then place the stop loss underneath that for a long. So I'll put it underneath the support for long or above the resistance for a short. But it's not. There's no absolute answer. It's a relative answer. You know, you've got to find the area where you think the support will hold or the resistance will hold, depending if you're long or short. So unfortunately, I can't give you a sort of a cut and dry answer, but the idea is you want to use 50. Okay. I mean, fair enough. Look, the idea is as long as you are happy with your trading plan and it's working for you, of course. But it looks like we're about to move above the peak here, and we're slowly making our way towards our goal. So that's good. Now we've closed above. See, we've closed above this peak. So the fact that we've closed above these peaks have now validated these troughs. We're going to move these up. Okay, so I'm just putting it under. Okay, I'm just putting it under this trough here, not right on it. I'm just putting it a few pips below, just so that there's some breathing space. The thinking behind that is if we do pull back, this is support level. We should have some sort of cushion for our stop. Now, if we get another peak and trough here, I'll raise it to this level here, and then slowly just start trailing the stop loss up, because we're getting pretty close to the limit. So I'm hoping we get that we hit it. We have actually had a live non-farm payroll trade where I think we came within. I think we came all the way to the limit, except we missed it by our spread. Don't know if you guys remember. We missed it by our spread, and we got stopped out. Sometimes it happens. All right, having a pullback now. You can see we've already taken some of the risk out because we've trailed our stop loss up. Now we just want to see if we're going to get another opportunity to reduce the risk even further. Also nice to see that the stochastic's back above 80, and I just need it to hold above 80. If we hold above 80, then there's a good chance that we'll hit this take profit. Right, let's just complete our line studies. I want to get rid of this one. We don't need this one anymore. Okay. I suppose we could have kept it in just to say as a support area, sort of resistance turn support, but again, I want to reiterate on a 1 minute chart, I would say that support and resistance would not be particularly strong. All right, so now what we're looking for is for price to take out this level here. Okay, if we can get price to take out this level here, and we still haven't hit the take profit, I'm going to move the stop loss up again. Let's just go back to the hourly, just out of interest. All right, a little bit of you can see a little bit of a fading of the candle there. Okay. So after these big moves, you can see some market participants coming in trying to short it here, which is not ideal for us because we're right here, and that's where our target is. I guess been 25 minutes since we've had the release. Okay, so now Viren, what we're doing here is we're looking for another reversal, right? Another bullish reversal. See, hopefully we get one. so that it puts us back in the right direction. If we don't get one, well, then it's coming back all the way. It's going to hit our stop loss, which would be a pity. Okay, here we go. So now this looks like a potential reference candle low. We just need some cooperation with the next candle to give us a bullish reference candle. Okay, so this what we're looking for. We're looking for this guy to close above this guy, which I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but that's what we want. See now we've got another low. With this low here is lower than this low, so this is no longer a reference candle. Okay, so this guy becomes the reference candle. So we've got to see if the next candle next to it over here closes above it. See, so we can't use this one as our reference anymore. And if you just take a look at the stochastic, it's slipping, which is, again, not great news for us. We really want to get back above the screen entry. And again, I'm going to just need to shift this over, okay, because we've got another low here. So we're about 12 pips away from our stop loss now. So you can see we've reduced the risk quite dramatically. Let's just get the measurements. So from 20, all right, no, sorry, my mistake, is we've reduced it by 5. Okay. So the bulls just seem to be they've run out of puff, haven't they? Big bullish move over here. Now they are struggling to get the price moving in the right direction. Nicely done, Viren. All right, so Viren's just sent me a really nice note. So he was trading the NFP and he's closed it out for a nice profit. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Okay. Just waiting for this reversal. All the excitement when we first started trading, that's kind of been left behind, hasn't it? So we just want these guys to show some bullishness. Okay, it's 30 minutes since we've got the release. Yeah, I still think this is the low as far as I can tell. I'm still here. I'm just watching the trade. It's slowed down dramatically. I'm sure you guys can see that it's lost a lot of its momentum. Let's just see if we can get it to pick up. Just going to go back to the hourly here to see what's going on. Right, so it's interesting just to, you can't see it on the minute chart. There is a resistance turn support level above us at this R2, which potentially, potentially keeps this stop safe, but let's not say that's a definite. Okay, no definites in trading, right? No definites in trading. Everything is a probability. It's only a probability. Sean asks a very good question. Sean says, do I have the stats in terms of the percentage times it will hit the 20-point target? I don't. I'm sorry, Sean. I don't. Just trying to think the best way to answer it. This particular trade, and I'm not sure this is answering your question or not, so just let me know. I really enjoy putting on the non-farm payroll. I think it's a tremendous, I get tremendous attendees that come in. I think everyone enjoys it. For my personal account, it's not something that I have a burning desire to trade. The reason is because it's difficult. It's very difficult to trade, right? So I don't have those stats, unfortunately. The position that we have here, it is a live trade. It is a live account. The position size here, Sean, is much smaller than my normal, trade. It's because it's a difficult trade. You can see, on a 1 minute chart, we've got almost zero control here of trend, and it's coming all the way back to our stop loss. So just want to be very, very careful. But in terms of the normal swing system, I do on occasion show the stats to our webinar attendees. That system has about a 60% hit rate. So I hope that answers your question. I'd be very close to getting stopped out here. All right, let's just hold our breath. You can see we're right on this R2 level as well, aren't we? Okay. See if that R2 level holds. Oh no, there we got stopped. All right, we got stopped. Rosa, how do you guys find support and resistance on technical analyzer? Is it a program to see institutional orders? I'm not actually sure, Rosa. I don't have an answer for you. May I ask you to send me an email? I'll find out for you. May I ask you to send me an email? I'm happy to investigate that. Did you get my email address at the beginning? Oh, okay. Let me just show you my email address. It's over here. This one over here, rshore@fxm.com. rshore@fxm.com. Have you got it? So rshore@fxm.com. Guys, just before you leave, just want to do one more poll. I really appreciate your feedback. This is just to find out if you guys found the session useful, and I'm launching it now. And just be quite frank, be brutal with your answers. Okay, so please go ahead and answer. I'll be most obliged if you can just let me know if you found this useful. We do this every month. Every month. Alrighty. Yeah. Seems like everyone's enjoyed it, and somebody said no. Okay, cool. If you want to send me an email to let me know how I can improve it, please go ahead. Guys, I think we will wrap up here. Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Look out for the email next month. We'll do it again. Thank you very much, and I wish you a phenomenal weekend. Thanks very much, guys.